Yeah, and you mentioned Jamie Foxx, and rumors have it that he did not want to get the vaccine, but he was pressured from Hollywood or the production company he was working for. And yet that seems to go counter to the Hollywood narrative, which is quite married up with the left-wing narrative, which was the masks and the vax and all of that. And so they can't talk, right? And then in that industry, if you say something against it, I guess you never work. And so it's just this weird silencing thing going on. And then, it's anecdotal, but you look at the guy like Jamie Foxx, I mean, pretty strong guy, right? And it's this weird mystery and no one's saying anything.
This, if you look at him physically, he looks like a very healthy man. Yes. I mean, he's a good looking man, fit, low body fat, and all of a sudden he gets a stroke out of nowhere. And it happened within, I think 24 hours of getting a vaccine. Anybody who wants to try to discount that is literally living in fantasy land. And again, I don't like to talk about specific cases. I'm more about the metadata, but this has already been reported by the mainstream media. MSN has put it out on the news. So like even the establishment media is having to report this. This is the interesting thing about this. And I do think that this is slowly getting out there into the consciousness of those who don't pay attention. Those who do pay attention already know what we know, but it's starting to dawn on people something seriously off.
Yeah, again, I challenge anybody to think back in the last 20 years or maybe 40 years of a similar example of a guy in Hollywood with the same fitness level, the same everything level of Jamie Foxx that suddenly got a stroke. I can't think of a single one, I mean, we had Michael Jackson die, but we figured out what that was about. We have sometimes these sudden deaths, but I can't think of anything like this. And, we're seeing a string of these things.
And then we had the Damar Hamlin incident on the football field. Yeah. And he did an interview where, again, I don't want to comment on whether or not he took the vax, but when he was asked about his medical condition, he said, I'd rather not go there. So whatever happened with Damar, it's, and again, I'm an analyst. It seems like someone got to him and gave him a lot of money and he signed an agreement not to talk about it because it's, they asked, what did your doctor say? And he said, I'd rather not talk about that, which is very curious.
Yeah. And again, like how many decades of American football footage do we have? And we've never, ever seen that happen on the field, have we? I mean, no. Never. I mean, never, because I've been watching football since I was a kid. Never seen that, ever.
I think there was one incident in the 50s, but again, not in my lifetime.
Yeah, it's pretty wacky. You mentioned Australia. Talk to me about the data down there, because Australia has always been a massive audience for us at London Real. I found that the people down there, they're always looking ahead. They're always open to new ideas and information, new physical practice, new mental practices. And they usually punch above even the Brits here when it comes to, like I said, new ideas. And yet, during the lockdown, it was really hard to watch how they seemed to be punished by madness and just so many mandates and lockdowns, et cetera. What are you going to tell them when you go down to that stage in Perth? And are they going to want to hear it?
Well, I think the audience is going to be filled, I was told, with obviously some of the red meat crowd, the echo chamber. People already know and believe what we believe. And hopefully, I'd like to see a lot of people who are kind of on the fence and those who think I'm crazy. Because I'm just going to present the facts and the data. And then at the end of my presentation, it's going to be about 30 minutes. I'm going to focus on the US, but at the end, I'm going to show the work our team has done on Australia. I'm going to pose the question to them. Whatever happened in your country, if you don't want to believe that it's the vaccines, whoever was in charge of your health response has hurt you. And you need to investigate this at a bare minimum because your excess deaths have gone up every year since 2020. So your health response is an epic failure and you need to start asking questions. And then I'm going to say, I would hope that your unity in trying to fight COVID and maybe making some errors, I hope that once this information presented, your unity will quickly turn the other way and you'll pull a 180. And I would love to see Australia shame the US, us Yanks, and pull the vaccine before we do. That's going to be my challenge to them. Shame the Yanks.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, It's going to be bloody. It's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline. I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?